Hey, this is Hassan Naila, and we are That Clay Couple.
We counsel people to build the relationships that matter to them the most so that they can have the best relationship with themselves. All right, so today we've got 5 ways that folks show up strong and wrong. That means you loud with it. You loud and bold with it.
And just as bad and often wrong as you possibly can be.
Right. And this happens all across all relationships. Of course, one of the things that we focus on, what people know us for, is marriage. But what we're about to say, it travels all across all relationships. But some of these things are specific to marriage. All right. You ready, Boo?
Sure.
All right.
Why not?
So we're going to talk about the ways where you never have the right to pardon yourself from integrity. So, we always hear, well, I have the right to be taken care of by my husband. Indeed. And so we are going to say to him that because you are the one who's providing and because you are the one who's working, it doesn't mean that you have the right to take that short just because. Right.
You're saying that he doesn't have the right to take a short. He doesn't have to be shorted because he has to give up all these rights, right?
Right. So just because, well, I'm the one who's working and I'm the one who's paying the bills, well, you know what? I don't want to get that nicer apartment because I don't have to.
Okay, I got you now. Right. And that's because that's what normally it seemed like one of the things I used to always say back in my old days is he who has the money wins.
You still say that.
and so, what happens though is
if my husband is winning, then that means I'm losing.
No, it shouldn't be that way, but that's how it comes out sometimes.
Well, exactly, because here he's making sure that we may not live in the safest possible neighborhood, or we may not have the nicest possible, comforts, but you bringing in Jordans every week.
Or you going out eating with your boys, or hanging out with your boys every weekend, or whatever the case may be, but you're not taking care of home, although you are the main provider for home.
Right, and because you are the provider, it doesn't give you the right to say, man, you just take whatever I give you.
Right. And so in that, we have to be mindful, even though I am bringing in the flow, I am taking care of business, she doesn't have to take a short because I'm the one who brings in the bread.
All right. So number 2, this is more, I'm not going to lie, this is more for our sisters. All right. You have the right to be heard. You have the right to have your feelings, and everyone does. But husbands and wives, family members, everyone has the right to be heard. But you do not ever have the right to lose your integrity and cuss someone out.
Yeah, I mean that's for the birds right there. You ain't gonna tell me and cuss me out, although I might have done wrong and give me opportunity for remorse. But you ain't gonna just drag me and cuss me out either.
And so for those who say, well, you know what, that's the only way I can be heard. I'm going to tell you something. If cussing them out was really effective, you'd only have to do it one time.
Exactly. And then you will have no more problems because who would really want to be cussed out?
Right. But you keep cussing them out and you cussing them out again and you yelling again. It doesn't work. You never have the right to lose integrity because of what someone else does.
Right.
All right. What about in regard to your right to yourself and spirituality?
I mean, you have, even though I would say if my wife knows something more than I do, I have the right to learn from her or whatever the case may be. But I also have a right to self to make sure that I go out and get the information that I need to be able to advance myself spiritually or even academically or whatever the case may be, but especially spiritually.
Right, because, one of the things, especially within Islam, we get to holler at, oh, he just teaching me what he wants me to know. Well, why are you using him as your primary source of information? You never lose the right for your own personal responsibility. You're going to allow another person to lead your relationship to your Lord? That's not, I'm going to use a strong word. That's stupid on your account.
Exactly. You know,
why would you do that to yourself? I'm not going to allow your information to lead me on my path to my relationship with my Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I may want what you have, or I may be able to even have something greater than what you can give me.
Exactly. I mean, because you're not limited, because you shouldn't limit yourself, because maybe that's the furthest I can go. That might be to extent of my education ability, my academic ability to be able to further myself. And you have much more brain power, much more willpower.
It might even much more time.
Exactly.
It may be that the wife just has more time to learn. Mm-hmm. So if he's taking you as far as he can go, then why don't you learn so you can step his game up?
Exactly.
But no, you sitting back waiting on him and then mad when you find out that he led you wrong.
Or that he's taking you as far as that he can actually take you.
Right. And you blame it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he gave me some misinformation. He did that intentionally.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was just trying to give me what he wanted me to have, and he was just trying to keep me stupid and ignorant to what was going on. Now, I'm not saying that doesn't happen.
Because it does.
Because it does. But still, you have the right to yourself. Self has the right over you to be able to educate you about your spirituality.
All right, so yes, you're exactly right. We are responsible for our education of our religion, Tam. Thank you for pointing that out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hello, Jessica. Hi, Marie. Hello, Montala. Tiffany, glad to see you all here. Please share. Someone needs to hear this. Invite people and share it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you have the right to fair treatment. I want you to treat me good.
Right.
And I know how someone wants you to treat me.
Yeah, please do. Please do. At all times.
You have the right to fair treatment. But if at any time your family member, your child, your husband, your wife tells you that you have done something that feels unfair,
mm-hmm.
you don't have the right to dismiss it
mm-hmm.
or to not do it because you don't want to.
You don't want to. You disagree with what they're saying. They are experiencing you a particular type of way. You do not have the right to not negate their experience.
Right. And so I don't have to agree with you. And it's like, what? You think I did what? You said what? That's how you got that out of what I said. Mm-hmm. And you may be confused, but it's still, you know what? All right. This is what I'm going to do based on what it is that you said. But what we often hear is, that's a lie.
I ain't did that.
I didn't do that.
I'll tell you something that I say all the time. I ain't wearing that one.
Uh-huh. And it fits him perfectly.
I'm not wearing that one.
Or we walk out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Or we stop talking to another person.
Oh, we start stonewalling, right? We start stonewalling.
Oh, I'm not even gonna talk to you.
I got defensive.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to you. You gonna come at me with that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna talk to you. I mean, like you have literally just said, you know what? Allegedly, I love you, but right. because I don't agree with you right now, mm-hmm. and because I feel like you don't have the right to get what you want from me, I'm checking out.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let you deal with that. You deal with you at this moment. Right. I'm gonna go over here.
Right. You deal with your relationship with me.
Right, exactly.
It's crazy. And then when you say it, it's like, is that really that's not what I mean? That's not what I'm doing. So what is it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, last year we focused a lot on premarital.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that we've learned a lot from it.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things we have learned is this.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have the right to blame other people for your bad marriage when you do not take heed to the wisdom or the advice that was given to you before the marriage.
Exactly. Don't come in and start talking with so-and-so knew this and they didn't tell me this and all this old type of stuff here, because more likely somebody told you what was going on or gave you hints of, look at this, look at that. Oh, it's going to be okay. I'm going to give him a chance. Or he got potential. Or she got potential.
You know what I say with that? Serial killers have the potential not to kill. Everyone has potential.
Right.
You know, she's a good sister. You know, I think she'd be good for me and for my kids. And I'm going to piggyback off of something Hassan just said. He said, well, you know, someone probably told you something. Let's say no one told you anything. Mm-hmm. But why would no one tell you anything? Mm-hmm. No one told you anything because you were either isolated or someone rushed you to marry. Why? Because they didn't want you to find out.
They didn't want to find you to find out about something.
I mean,
Right.
They hurry up and try to get you married before people start whispering in your ear.
Right, and then they try to corner you off and corral you in and make sure that you don't talk to whoever, you don't find this out or whatever the case may be, so they can get you pulled in and then you can get married real quickly. You know,
and then you start saying you didn't know. Okay, well, let's say this. Let's say you don't know. All right? But if someone tries to isolate you or rush you to marriage, there's probably not some real good intent behind it.
Right.
Do your due diligence and get your information. And information is not just background checks.
Exactly.
Because I know lots of people get past background checks.
Right, and not just someone talking about, you know, well, I went to go talk to the imam about it.
Because the imam told us he didn't know you.
Right. You know, and
true story.
True story. The imam said he didn't know you. You know, and he knew nothing about you.
Or the imam may have thought that, you know, you were exemplary. But then we find out later when we talk to the people who really did know you, you had been lying to the email. True story.
True story. True story.
So, you know, get your information from as many different resources as possible.
Right. Pay attention.
But just know that isolation and rushing to marriage, those are two obvious signs.
Right.
These are 5 ways you are going to be wrong and so strong in your relationships. All right, let us know what you think in the comments. All right, and what we also want to know is what are some things that you want us to talk about? Because Hassan and I were planning classes. The goal is to do at least one a month, right, Hassan?
Yes. 1 a month. 1 a month, at least.
1 a month. And so we want ideas because these really are not for us. We do learn from all of you. But the classes, we want to know what it is that you would like to hear so that we can give it to the folks who are asking for it.
Right. And we planning to really make some things very strong this year. We had a great year last year. Y'all gave us a lot of good feedback last year on some of the things that we were doing. You like a lot of things that we're doing. We want to try to bring more to the table this year. You know, so Nyla's whooping me up into shape. So, you know. And so, you know, we're looking
Your name is Toby.
Okay. You know, so, you know.
He's trying to tell me his name is Kunta. His name is not Kunta Kinte. Your name is Toby.
All right. Get to work. So, you know, we're looking forward to doing some great things this year. So, inshallah, let us know. Obviously, y'all can hit us up at www.claycouple.com. Subscribe to our newsletter and check us out on YouTube. And
tell your friends.
And please tell your friends.
Tell your friends and share. All right, y'all take care.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.